wrestling action, a 2 out of 3 fall match coming your way. Introducing in the corner to my left from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 245 pounds, Fernando Torres. His opponent from Melrose, Minnesota, weighing in at 234 pounds, Paul Ellering. 2 out of 3 fall, referee Marty Miller, down to Roger Kent at ringside.
All right, Al DeRusha, thank you very much. Everybody all set to go again now on All-Star Wrestling Coast to Coast, all across Canada, the United States, and overseas. Paul Ellering in the white trunks against Fernando. And down, he was trying to escape on that one. But Paul right on top of him, riding him, has him in the surfboard, modified. If Paul were able to get both those hands up in the air, he'd have him in a double hammer. But now Paul could be in a predicament. He's outside the ring. But he rolls over. Both men are in those ropes. They're going to have to break. The referee discovers it, and Ellering steps back. Leg picked up, and Ellering, now look at the size and physique of this young man. Every muscle group in this young fella just seems to stand out. Very... Two, and he has to roll the shoulder. Fernando does. He goes into the side headlock. It doesn't really do much for him as Ellering in complete command. Look at the physique of this guy. All those muscle groups are just super developed. And, of course, Paul has held, you've heard me say this before, drop toe hold, up and around. He was in a position there to grab the toe hold with his left hand. But Ellering has held several NCAA weightlifting titles, championships. The deadlift, we've talked about that, of 745 1/4 pounds. It's an awful lot of weight for a man to lift. That's a deadlift. That has been broken. But Paul held it for quite a while. And when we were in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, there's a wrist lock. Fernando putting the pressure to Paul Ellering right now. Paul trying to get his pins under him. Fernando keeping him off balance just a little bit now. There is brute strength going to work as Ellering calls on all those muscle groups I mentioned. And he throws them back. But Paul, a graduate of South Dakota State University in Brookings. Wrist lock again. And there's some hair, Fernando. I said Hernando, I meant Fernando. And, he went for the head scissors. Now he's got it. Paul's left leg was just under the arm of Fernando, but he slipped it over there and got the scissors and putting the pressure on now. And to take a look at the size of those legs and those muscles in Paul's legs, you can imagine the type of pressure he's got on that object between his knees, Fernando's head. Ellering, very modest young man. He didn't start out to try to develop his body per se. He was out for weightlifting, but he wanted wrestling as his #1 love. And in the process of training for it, he said, hey, the good Lord just gave me this bod. But it wasn't that simple either. You realize he had to really work at it. Now, Fernando gets out, and now he's got the double toe hold. And Ellering pressing up. He gets one in the ribs, an elbow. There's one thing about having such muscle development as the type that Ellering has. When someone does deliver a blow to you, an elbow smash, if you don't get the point of the elbow, the ropes are going to have to break, and it looked like Ellering had a chance for a pin there. But if you don't get the point of the body into a muscle like that, then you've got a lot of protection, is what I'm saying. But if you get the point, you can get a real muscle spasm. Now collar and elbow hooked up, and Ellering now in with a double wrist lock. Fernando down, claiming that Ellering grabbed some hair. Well, Paul's hands were too busy maintaining that lock. Uses the leg now. Trying to get up. Fernando getting his pins under him. Ellering giving away several pounds. Quite a bit of weight on this one. Forearm smash by Fernando. Oh, and he pulled him in. Both men went into the ropes that time. Now, look out. Oh, and into the turnbuckles. Ellering's hot. Here comes a body slam. Boy, oh boy. Look at the way he picked up that huge man. Oh, and he let him have a knee right under the heart. That'll slow him up. A cover, one. He's outside the ropes, and all he decides to take and throw off Ellering. An Irish whip into the ropes on the other side. Ellering waits, back body drop, throws him up in the air. Oh, really slammed him down. A cover, one, two. Fernando gets out of it. A whip into the ropes again. Oh, and Ellering trying to duplicate the back body drop. You saw what happened. The big boot. An elbow right in the top of the head. The point of the elbow. Referee cautions him on it. A whip into the ropes. Ellering jumps over. Oh! A victory roll. 2 and 3. Paul Ellering with a victory roll. And you saw him do it. Complete surprise. There's your winner, Paul Ellering on All-Star Wrestling.
Boy, I was looking at that back on him. You're talking about every muscle development. He is something else, and it's interesting to see. You could see in one point, Jerry, where he was going for a body slam. He deadlifted that guy, man, straight up in the air and slammed him down. But any guy that's got a record behind him of 745 pounds in a deadlift could do that for a fact.
Well, when I saw Paul Ellering in the second fall of this match, he's more impressive than the first one. When I saw him, I said, he's our man. He's unbelievably strong, and you'll see this fella he's wrestling is no lightweight. I guess he'd go 270.
At least.
And he picks him up like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the second fall, let's take a look right now at the action. Paul Ellering having won the first fall.
All right, we're ready to go now. Second fall coming your way on All-Star Wrestling. First fall having been won by Paul Ellering over Fernando. And right away, Fernando goes for the eyes with the thumbs. He gouges Ellering in the eyes, and Paul doesn't know what he's put her horseback right now. On the top rope, using the rope to choke him. Boomerangs Ellering back. That elbow, crushing elbow, smash on the back of the head. An Irish whip into the ropes again. Oh, and a back body drop, and Fernando got that one off with a big body splash. 1, 2, and out of it is Ellering. And using the eyes again, an eye gouge. In the turnbuckles, I'll tell you, Fernando just uncorking everything not in the book. The referee's got his hand going on the count. Ellering dazed. He's kind of about to lunch right now. Oh, not. Oh, and a double knife edge. Another shot, a forearm smash in the back. As Ellering picks up Fernando. And a big fist on top of the head, I think. What's he going to do? It's a body slam. Oh, did he plaster him down to that mat? Gonna do it again, now you. Holy smokes, what strength this Ellering has. What a strong man. Not only does he have the fine physique, he's got the strength to go with it. 3 body slams in a row. The average guy would be just totally pooped. Setting him up now. What's he gonna do with him? An atomic drop. Fernando over. A cover by Ellering. 1, 2, and 3. Boy, Ellering does it. 2 straight falls. The match goes to Paul Ellering.